It's Wednesday, June 25th. My name is Rich, and this is your 5-Minute Fix. Welcome to the 5-Minute Fix, where we take stories about pretty much anything from pretty much everywhere and try to give it to you in 5 minutes or less today. Guys, we got another influencer crash out on our hands, and this time it comes by way of Brian Johnson, also known as the Liver King. Now, to me, this one's a little interesting because if you haven't seen the Liver King, he has this new little documentary out on Netflix right now. I think it released maybe a few months ago. Interestingly enough, it really does go over his rise to stardom and his current fall from grace, which at this point has probably reached rock bottom or close to. Now, if you don't know who the Liver King is, he's an individual who made it pretty famous on TikTok and Instagram by claiming to live by the 9 ancestral tenets, which obviously by his name included eating liver. He would do all sorts of weird shit, even brought his family into it. You know, he's got a couple kids, whatever. But obviously, the more notoriety you get, the more eyes that are on you, and people will start to call you out on your bullshit. So in the height of his rise to stardom, Joe Rogan had a gentleman on his podcast named Derek. He has a YouTube channel called More Place, More Dates, and they kind of discuss the use of steroids, as Derek admittedly used steroids quite a bit. They talk about the use of steroids and how the Liver King's body build looks exactly like somebody for his age who would be on steroids.
Hey, Derek, you know how I got so jacked?
How?
I followed the 9 ancestral tenets.
Oh, I heard that works really well.
It's the best way.
Yeah.
Boy, when I saw that video that you posted, you actually sent me the video after I'd already seen it. I caught it like within 3 minutes of you posting it.
Oh my God.
I saw it. It just showed up on my YouTube feed. I'm like, oh yes, here we go. And wasn't surprised at all.
No.
I mean, it seems completely makes sense, but that's exactly what I expected.
Yeah, it seemed like just a matter of time for him.
There's no way you can look like that in your 40s. That jacked. I mean, he's preposterously jacked.
Preposterously jacked.
Now that we know that he's full of shit, we're talking about the Liver King, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people are like, what are they saying? This is all inside stuff.
Yeah.
There's a guy, if you don't know who the Liver King is, the guy calls himself the Liver King, and he's this guy who walks around everywhere with no shirt on. I've seen him in Vegas with no shirt on, big bushy beard, super jacked. And he was telling people that the way he gets that way is by sunning his balls. He literally lays down with his asshole staring at the sun and eats raw liver and just lifts like a maniac. And that's how he's so jacked.
So in that podcast episode, they continue on to talk about, you know, these leaked emails and such like that that were sent to Derek, and he goes over all the leaked emails, stuff like that. Essentially, Joe Rogan being the outlet for Derek to get this information out to the world, to a bigger audience, and Joe Rogan giving his opinion and stating how he felt about that whole situation. Now, seemingly enough, this kind of flew under the radar, perhaps, at least in the public eye, it seemed like, until just a couple days ago when Brian Johnson, aka the Liver King, dropped this video.
Anything and everything. Because Joe Rogan,
This
we don't
man.
have to make videos to pretend anymore. All of this is happening. We're coming to you. I've challenged you
Why is his mouth blue? What's this guy on? Bath salts? Look at his eyes.
man to man to a fight. Honorable.
He's got cigars on his
And we don't have
chesty.
to pretend or make any videos. The world is watching. They'll make the videos for us.
They'll make the videos for
And,
us.
You don't have to hold a camera. You can hold the hand of somebody that you love, because what happens next to you, you're going to need to remember that feeling. You're going to need something more than what you did to give you something to fight for, because I have my family to fight for.
Uh-huh.
And I'll die for them, you know that.
Mm-hmm.
And you're a black belt, but you've never come across something like this. Willing to die, hoping that you'll choke me out. I pray to God, because that's a dream come true. It feels good. And then the limbs, I'm fighting for my family. So
Joe Rogan's got a family too. You think this guy's just gonna lay down? Like, I don't know in what world this guy thinks it is a good idea to, regardless of like who it is, but like to threaten Joe Rogan. We know that man has got a lot of MMA experience, black belt jiu-jitsu. I'm sure you've seen videos of him kicking bags with just brute force. So obviously this guy must be on something. He doesn't seem right.
limb. Go ahead. But then you have to contend with something else. And I weigh 177 pounds.
177 pounds? Motherfucker, you lying.
an actual savage.
220 plus at least.
And so at first you're like, fuck that guy. Fuck
170
that guy.
pounds.
And
Get out of
then
here.
When you all of a sudden he did get your attention, which I already did before this, you're saying, I'm going to choke that motherfucker, that piece of fucking shit. I'm going to choke him out. That's what warriors do. You and Andrew Tate are good warriors. But you're actually better than that.
I was bringing Andrew Tate into this.
Comedy that you do is good and true. We have real tension. But what I see in you is comedy is good and true. Touch points. How people laugh if we don't make fun of them at their expense. They laugh. You should all make fun of me. You should all make fun of me at my expense. Trust me, that it still works, and then you should get paid for it. And let's go. Because we're leaving. We're going to Austin. What was my very last point?
Oh, then he's coming.
We're gonna kick Joe Rogan's ass.
The real G said it. Oh, it's my speech. Justin Fit.
Okay, there you go. Seemingly enough, some weird shit that he's talking about. Very cryptic, if you will, but apparently not cryptic enough, because I believe that was sent out on like the 23rd or something. But it appears that the Liver King has been arrested and booked on uttering terroristic threats towards Joe Rogan. There we go, peeps lined up. We got the officials. He's right there. Got his chesty, no cigars this time. He's in red sweats. He actually went to Austin from wherever the hell he lives. And I mean, that makes sense. If he's saying all this crazy shit, and then that he's gonna go to Austin to, meet with Joe Rogan. You can't mess with a man who had the president on his podcast. And you know what? At this point, he's probably like, what the hell is going on? Probably doesn't even remember what he said because he looks so fucked up. It's a nice whip, though. Explorer 2022. There you go. So Liver King drops this crazy video, gets arrested when he gets to Austin. Judging by the news reports, authorities checked in with Joe Rogan to see if he thought that what he said was threatening. Obviously, saying all this wild shit, like I said, being cryptic, but essentially saying he wants to fight him. Did say he wants to fight him. Somebody in the background saying they're going to kick his ass, which I highly doubt. But, making the call to go and arrest this guy, especially when he's going from wherever he's at, flying into Austin, Texas. We'll see what comes from this. I think what it said was he could face up to 180 days in jail and a $2,000 fine, which to him is probably peanuts. But I'm interested to see how people think about this. People are going to be clowning on Joe Rogan, or at least trying to anyways, for having this guy arrested. I don't blame him. He's a family man. He's got people to protect. And on top of that, has the Liver King story, being out on Netflix and everything, I wonder how that has affected him mentally, maybe his family and all that kind of stuff. This is actually a crazy situation, because when you look at it, Joe Rogan was just giving his opinion on what he thought about the leaks that Derek from More Plates, More Dates was bringing to the podcast. It's not Joe Rogan's fault. Somebody in your team snitched on you, leaked that you be taking like 11,000 cc's or whatever the fuck it is of steroids, and you are the one lying, saying you're just eating liver and suntanning your booty hole. But I want to know what you think down in the comments below. Thank you for watching. My name is Rich. This has been your 5-Minute Fix.